Hello guys, and welcome back to Tyranny, where sometimes, honestly, I'm still not used to having a microphone in front of my face instead of, it just being part of the headset. Sometimes it still weirds me out. Like I start recording, I start my talking and everything, and then I just, honestly, just kind of go like, wait, I don't have a microphone in front of my face. I must be doing it wrong. It still happens. I'm sure eventually I'll get used to it. All right, let's see what we can find here.
Moving cautiously.
Seems like a very small map, so I imagine it's just, disfavored or just runs Brotherhood. Yeah, I figured there was either going to be stuff just hiding. Oh, well, also they're friendly for some reason. Yeah, how about we disable that? It's weird that they just let us disable the trap, no? Okay, I'll take it.
Can't do that.
I mean, surely he must have seen us. He just doesn't care. Invisibility potion. Now that's just fancy. I assume this is comparing our boots. So what's fleeing? Most speed while has wounds. I mean, that's not bad. Don't think he has good boots. More recovery. Well, I guess for him it's good and important. Well, I guess let's talk to them. Traitors, Soretamon says. Not my place to ask. Okay. So this is a heavy armor helm. Is it better than his? Not really. Overall, no. Mysterious missive. Well, let's read it. If we can find it, that is. This rolled scrap of parchment, tucked away in a satchel, appears to be an undelivered missive. R. Ritamon, assuming. Ritamon suspicious. Cannot deliver reports. Come to the march in a fortnight. Look for rusted blade and shield. Okay. I don't understand why these are not... They don't care that we're here. Oh, he's Bronze Brotherhood. Oh, so this is the infighting in the Bronze Brotherhood, I see. Ratamon is a murderer, a thief, and a coward. How can you stand with him? He went too far. Death is inevitable in a war, but slaughtering innocent settlers? What possible reason could he have had to kill them? They were regrettable, but necessary. Ratamon needs the helmet if we want to keep Lethian's crossing. He has the helmet. Necessary? To hear what you're saying. That was a slaughter. And now the crossing is vulnerable. If the helm isn't returned, the bane will overwhelm it. You should settle this by fighting each other. How about you just calm down? We'll probably end up doing that anyway. Locke looks back and forth between you and Myrek and sighs. You're right, Fatebinder. He addresses Myrek. Have your men lower their weapons, and I will have my men do the same. Fatebinder, I implore you to help us. I want to avoid more bloodshed, if at all possible. And for that discussion, we got some parrying skills for some reason. Okay, well, how about we loot a dagger? Because, that's what we do. Oh. Let's see, this bronze dagger is just normal slash damage, not pierce. So I think pierce is just generally very worthwhile. Locke looks at you cautiously as you approach and hold up his hands. Fatebinder, I know the recent events in Lethian's Crossing were unusual as well as regrettable. In light of Retamon's actions forcing your hand, we will overlook all the Brotherhood blood on your sword. Right now, the important thing is to convince Myrak that Retamon doesn't have anyone's best interest in mind, and his insatiable need to be the victor is going to kill us all. Retamon isn't the most unstable person here. Come and dance with me. That's kind of funny. So where might I find him? Or yeah, I guess let's just start with the beginning. It would seem not everyone in the Brotherhood agrees with Retamon's methods. No, we might be mercenaries, but we aren't murderers. Myrick is a loyalist, so he follows Retamon's orders without question, no matter how crazy they are. Myrick isn't an evil person, he just has a hard time thinking for himself and is easily manipulated. Well, do you know where Retamon might be? No idea. Myrick probably does. So do you know what he would want with the Master? If only I knew, might have been able to prevent this. Retamon has become increasingly unstable since Kairos' forces took Lethian's Crossing from him. Perhaps he means to better arm the Brotherhood. We can always use quality weapons, so getting a hold of forge-bound iron would be an exciting prospect. With Kairos' forces on the move, that would be welcome. I've been stationed in Deserter's March for some time now, and I've seen a growing number of Kairos' men in the area. Something is going to happen, and it's going to happen soon. I was reporting every sighting to Retamon, telling him it was no longer safe to stay here, with all of the disfavored around, but Retamon wouldn't hear of leaving. It's only a matter of time before they show up in force and kill all of us. Well, if they want to betray you after working together with you... yeah, okay, please. I will leave. I'll speak to Myrick. Retamon doesn't trust you, Fatebinder. Why should I listen to anything you have to say? Because if you don't answer my questions, you'll be talking to your guts as they spill out of you. Myrick's eyes widen at your words. I can see now why Retamon hates you. What do you want to know? Why are you in Deserter's March? Retamon sent me here to retrieve any loyal soldiers I can find. I assumed that would include Locke, but apparently I was wrong. The penalty for disloyalty is death. So if you know where Retamon... so if Retamon sent you, you know where he is. Even if I had that information, why would I tell you? I don't think he would buy the subterfuge. So I guess the athletics one. Because you're going to tell me where he is, or you're going to bleed on the ground. Your choice. Myrick takes an involuntary step back from you. Is violence always how you get what you want? His shoulders sag. Retamon went to Twin Rivers, and before you ask, I don't know what he's doing there, but even if you follow him, you won't find him because you don't have the keystone. Same keystone that was used before? Keystone, what's that? You've gotten all of the information out of me that I will give, Fatebinder. Just know that without it, you will never find Retamon. Okay. Interesting, you think my threats of violence are repugnant, but Retamon's actions aren't. Mark looks like you struck him across the face, but he did what was necessary. It's for the greater good. Retamon must be held accountable for his actions, Myrick. What he is doing is causing harm, not good. Myrick purses his lips, his eyes moving back and forth, and he considers your words. You might have a point, Fatebinder, but I still don't trust your motives, and I'm not going to turn over the leader of the Brotherhood on speculation. So why did he take the Forgebound Master? I don't ask, I just do. If you need to know why he wanted it, he will have to tell you, and he doesn't want to talk to you. Well, don't want to talk to you. You had any luck convincing Myrek to stop blindly following Retamon? I tried, but he can't. But if he can't be convinced, he will have to be killed. Is the only solution for a problem to open a vein? Is there no way we can come to a peaceful solution? You're welcome to try, but he is stubborn. I don't think he will change his mind. Myrek, please. Following Retamon will only end in your death. He can't be trusted. He killed his own men. He endangered the entire city for his own selfish needs. Retamon is doing what he needs to do in order to save us all. If some people have to die in order for him to achieve that end, it's the price of our freedom. And it's obvious you will never see that. I'm sorry, Locke, but you must pay for your betrayal. Okay. I just wonder what the athletics attack initially did. I figured that was going to be the end result anyway. But yeah, well, you have to try, right? Guess let's go for Gravedigger. You cast this on everyone. Eric, I guess you just run up and attack him. And I think we zap this bruiser.
Not a problem, boss.
That was a lot of big numbers very fast. Come on. There we go. I have us selected. Okay, that's excellent. The bruiser is stunned. Well, let's focus Myrek down, I guess. I think we also just want to buff Barrick. So I think for her we also just want to do our special attack on Myrek. I'm just making the assumption that he is in fact the strongest. So this Ram Spike is already activated. This one we can seemingly cast again. Reverse and Lantry can both. Raider activates Mercenary Swig. I don't know what that does, but I've seen it before. So it seems that now they do share cooldown. Okay. Concussive Bolt. Well, let's see. I mean, he's nearly dead. How about you just taunt the others? Jesus. Nice and violent. Guess let's go for that Raider. Barrick, I think you can quite literally just attack. So he's disarmed and frozen. Don't think I've really noticed a Raider hits Bruiser disarmed. Wait, was that accidental? Oh, it must be this Raider or something. Or one of the Raiders, I don't know. It's difficult to tell them apart at this point. Surprisingly, that Bruiser is dying faster. Seems that these just getting a big hammer seems like a really good idea if you want to do a lot of damage.
Useless.
You zap him. And we're all good. Told you. I'd hoped to avoid the bloodshed. He didn't need to die, but there was no other way this could have ended. Retamon needs to pay for what he has done to his people. If you want to find Retamon, search Myrek. If anyone knows where that madman has gone, he would. So I assume he has that keystone. Keystone? Yep. This keystone was acquired from the inner labyrinth of the old walls. Okay. Now Twin Rivers is unlocked. That's one of the keystone Retamon uses to enter the old walls at Twin Rivers. If Myrek has a keystone, Retamon must be there. Well, he also said so, so... I guess for the people who didn't go through that dialogue. His favorite scouts such as these are not uncommon. Okay. Ah, more traps, huh?
Have a look here.
Probably some traps around here then too. Crude map. Let's see. Yeah, I figure this might just go here. But his favorite soldier drew a crude map depicting Deserter's March and other nearby wilderness areas. Multiple lines and connections likely indicate patrols and fortified positions. The sheer number of them suggests that Kairos' forces are making aggressive attempts to control the region. Well, that's what we heard.
They won't see me coming.
Ah, Nicandros. Can we heal you? He winces and moans.
I'm afraid not.
Why
I'll
not?
take care of it. No, sorry.
Interesting.
That one was not so hidden, was it? Forge-bound shipment. You there? You thought I was dead, did you? Thought you just help yourself to these crates? Was on my way to get these to the forge-bound. Seems that won't be happening now. Well, what happened to you? Well, you got ambushed by Retamon, right? I was crossing through a deserter's march. I stopped just for a moment and it happened. Played right on my back. Didn't even see who or what had done it. Looks like I won't be finishing my duty here. Listen, this shipment, it's property of the Forgebound. Do the world a bit of service and take it to them instead of pocketing it. Well, I was going to. I'll make sure the shipment gets there. He grips the side of the broken cart, lifting himself up so that his face is level with yours. Good. Be swift about it. You must. He coughs, spitting thick clumps of blood onto the ground. Damn, never thought this was how I'd get out. I would go out. He loses hold of the cart and falls back against it, hitting the ground hard. The old man gasps, the sound from his throat torturous and wet. After a few moments, he is silent.
Can't do that.
Okay, well. So where are these rocks which we're supposed to find? Okay, so huge.
You see that?
Yeah, I do. Could be the weapons mentioned in the missive, though nothing of significance can be seen nearby, apart from agent reports. Ah, got some. Okay. This bundle of pages, cleverly hidden within a rocky crevice at the Deserter's March, contains a meticulous set of reports meant to be delivered to someone named HB. The letters record detailed observations of... Oh yeah, that's the merchant in town. Detailed observations of Brotherhood operations starting a few span back. The author appears to have infiltrated the mercenary gang and spent most of his time helping the Brotherhood establish a base of operations at the Old Walls near Twin Rivers. The spy was able to observe Retamon on a number of occasions and notes that the leader has been growing increasingly comfortable in the strange environment and unafraid of disturbing the arcane ruins. In another letter, the agent notes that several sages were brought to Retamon, likely unwillingly, in an effort to unravel some of the mysteries of the Old Walls. As the leader grew more brazen, he also became more paranoid, accusing Brotherhood soldiers of betrayal. The last letter appears to have been written in haste, the ink smeared in a number of spots. Had to leave, lifted sage notes and magic scrolls to set back enemy plan. R is likely greater threat than thought. Joined wilderness patrols, but absence from Old Walls will be noticed. Documents hidden, soon into Tunic. Route will intersect with Ironvale. Look for brother with copper nose ring and scar on left jaw. Interesting. I guess we might as well. Oh wow. I didn't realize that this entire panel would always... I thought it would always show the map, not also enlarge in the combat log. That's a sizable log.
Stepping lightly.
Kalia. That's one we were looking for. The young woman looks up to you, looks you up and down. What in Kairos' bloated bladder do you want? You're Kalia, aren't you? Who wants to know? Manners are not your strong suit, are they? Your brother asked me to come find you. Manners? I suppose you have all the time in the world to pay your respects and rattle off a please or thank you to hide that you have nothing interesting to say, but some of us don't have that luxury. Because you're so busy standing here. My dim-witted dullard of a brother worries too much. I'm fine. She turns away from you. End of story. So what are you doing out here in the Deserter's March? I'm doing my part, is what I'm doing. I've come to Deserter's March to join the Bronze Brotherhood. And there's nothing you can do to stop me. Okay. I'm guessing you didn't see what the Brotherhood leader did in Lethian's Crossing? He probably did what no one was willing to do, stand up to Kairos' soldiers. Retamon is a good man. He would only do what he thought was necessary. Are you so... No, it's not good to call someone delusional. They're not going to respond well to that. Retamon is not what you think he is. And what exactly do you think I think he is, Mr. Expert? He's a coward, a thief, and a murderer. He is not. You're lying to me. I know Retamon. He's not like that. Wait, were you and Retamon... What? No, ew! Retamon and I were never a thing, item, whatever you want to call it. He was friends with my brother a long time ago. My brother was much happier when Retamon was around. Back then, he didn't spend so much time worrying about me and how I tried to live my life. I just want Callion to have the happiness again. If Callion and Retamon can become friends again, my brother will leave me alone. Then I'll be free to explore the tiers. So you're joining the Brotherhood so you can repair the friendship between your brother and Retamon? So yeah, what you're telling me is this is really all about getting away from your brother. Don't get me wrong, I love my brother, but he can be a little overbearing at times. More so recently with the conflict between the Brotherhood and Kairos. I think it just reminds him of what he's lost in recent years. I just want to want to be free to live my own life. Away from Callion, away from everyone. I just want to explore the tiers. I've spent my entire life in Lethian's Crossing because until recently I was considered too young to travel alone. Now that I'm old enough, I want to get out and see what's out there. My brother barely lets me leave to travel to the nearby villages, let alone go to somewhere like Halfgate. The Retamon you knew is gone. You must have realized that by now. I think I have. I've just been too afraid to face it until now. If Retamon isn't the person my brother was friends with, then how do I make my brother happy enough to let me leave? Yeah, just tell him that. Talk to Callion, tell him that you're old enough to make your own choices. I'm not sure it'll work, but I'll try. Thank you, Eterna. I will return to Lethian's Crossing. Cool. I think that was probably the best outcome. And I think it's ultimately better. Let's hope that it's just better than, you know, just running away. Okay. So Timberville Village seems to be just a completely separate side quest. This is now part of the main quest. So how about we go to Timberville? Wait, our objective is to kill enemy soldiers? And there's Forgebound here? Why are there Forgebound? Which quest is this? Free any settlers. Remnants of a larger disfavored force.
I'll be your shadow.
Well, that's not what the name of this this enemy just indicated, but iron ingots. It's all worth quite a bit. Yeah, see, that's at least this actual disfavored. Okay. I'm just wondering how to best do this. I guess we just do the usual bow attack first. And I guess we can zap. Well, not quite. How about we use a buff? And Barrack does nothing. This one does not seem to have aggro yet. Not sure why there's Forgebound apprentices here as well, but okay. Something very satisfying about just 3 of them just blasting a spell on them. What are you really supposed to do as one person? Nothing. Just nothing. Is there like a fast button for spells? Would be nice.
No can do.
Okay. Gained wrath with his favorite. Okay, so it's just a name. I see.
Let's be off.
Should we free them now? Just one of those, like, do you free all of them before it's safe or only after it's safe? So stone shield, stone shield.
You didn't see nothing.
Not sure about how much sense there is in sneaking, honestly. So I'm not sure why she's always in the front at this point.
On it. Will do.
Hi. Didn't expect us to get there first, but okay. Then in this case, how about you actually taunt him? Because I'm not sure I want him... Well, actually, let's see how much damage we take. You'll shock. He's already doing a skewer.
Let's have it.
I don't know why I find it so satisfying when they just get hit by so many spells.
Won't happen.
What do you mean won't happen? So you can reach.
Wait! I did that? Nice!
This is useless. I should try something else.
What do you mean it's useless? You did 8 damage. Weapon ineffective. Well, that's okay.
Far worse.
Come on, just... $28, yeah, that's some damage.
Grovel before me!
Yeah, Barrack definitely annihilated that one. That sounds about right. No loot.
I got it.
No loot.
Stepping lightly.
So let's do our usual ambush. All he can't do is... what is it? More armor ability yet? So instead he will be working on false pit, and we will also try a false pit.
I'm on it. Come at me, grave meat.
I was thinking the apprentice will die a lot faster. First, how would you just attack?
No dice.
Get your...
You got it.
She hit for 17. Not bad. Could be worse. Well...
Count on it.
Get back here!
I was thinking his taunt hasn't done anything yet.
Wait! I did that?
Right.
That's zap.
Nice!
The little chink of, you know, throwing a spear at armor. Still not dead, huh? This Ashes Aegis skill that his favorite gets seems to just heal them for 20 every so often. Look, it's like 20, 20, 20, 20. It's like already 80 points of healing. It's a lot. I mean, if that is going to be a normal enemy, it's going to be a little problematic, a little tanky. So, Crescent Runner, Iron Walker, Forgebound Master Smith. 2 of them. Okay, well. Yeah, I guess let's just do the usual. I'm also assuming that this pulls a bigger group.
Come at me, better.
Yeah, that's a bigger group. I guess you go to the Crescent Runner?
Count on it.
Consider it done.
I think this this guy just has so much armor, probably. Maybe we should try and focus down some of the more normal enemies. Why is this one on fire already? Did he put himself on fire? Glowing barrier, okay. Plus fire armor. And fire would heal him, so that seems pretty good.
I got it.
Okay, Laundry, how about you try and jolt the big guy? Sneaky stealth Iron Walker up here, by the way. Not sure what he's gonna do from up on the roof, but I guess let's be aware that he exists for now. Oh. Did he? What? The way it was showing, it showed him on the roof, but I guess he was technically behind the building? And that's why it showed him as like stealth, because he was behind the build. Okay, I guess that's... Now we know how the game handles that. How about I taunt you guys again? If you can kill the Iron Walker, that'd be lovely. So he's stunned and stunned. But he needs to die. There's another one. Jesus. Okay. How about you put this healing ability on him? Okay, well he's dead. That's good. Then you try and trip that one. We need to heal. Lantry, you do that. Maybe trying to do a false pit on that one, so it takes him out for a little bit. But seriously, what is this Master Smith attack that he just did? Because, what? There was so many different hits. Marked for the Forge. And that is something that did, what, 8, 8, 11, 8, 9. That's a lot of damage. I think after this heal lands, I'm not sure the heal ever landed. No, it didn't. Why is he running all the way around? I don't get it. Okay, so this is pretty tough. I think I want to taunt this one with verse. Fatebinder mocks a target, removing their ability to parry dodge. Barrack radiates energy, taunting all nearby enemies. Yes, that seems like a good thing to do. That's not so good. See, and this is where it would have been good to have our consumables. Like that whatever plant mushroom which revives someone. But I feel I should have like scouted here or gone up here and killed those which are around there, because now I've just engaged like one group and got like 2 more on the side because I didn't clear them individually, which was not a very smart thing to do. So what? Everybody's knocked down. It's not a good time. I think this is just called death. There's no other way. Yep. Let's reload that. I'm hoping I quick saved after the last combat. Maybe I didn't. I did. Excellent.
Right.
Right. So, let's do that a little bit better, shall we? Also, admittingly, I might want to have these consumables. Alright, let's see. Waking Death. That's a good one. +1 Resolve doesn't really seem worth it. +1 Wits doesn't really matter. I guess we'll kind of give one to everyone. We give Insight, Karen's Leaf. Well, let's see. Bit tedious to have to do this one by one, but I guess There's some poison. Enraged Affliction. I don't know what that is actually. Afflictions are explicitly bundled sets of status effects that can be applied to suspended or fully removed from a character. When crushed between the teeth, rot spear seeds increase a soldier's might at the cost of inspiring frenzied rage. Okay. These seeds are gathered from the jungles in the east of Kairos' empire and carried by the Overlord's armies throughout the empire. Though incredibly useful in battle, continued use of these seeds results in impotence. This worrying side effect, the source of the plant's name. I did not mean to use it. Well, oops. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just save for convenience, but... Okay, so... Let's, you know, do the usual. How about I start actually with him using his ability to reduce magic? Or make, you know, enemies vulnerable to magic.
Know about you, but I feel like fighting someone.
I need to try a different weapon.
Well, how about you don't use a weapon and you use magic? Are we ever gonna use our ability? See, when you get them one by one, not so bad. Because I think we got all of these too. We were fighting what? 7? There's 2 Forgebound Masters here, there's 1 Iron Walker here and 1 Crescent Runner. So it's 2 groups of 4, I guess.
Let's be off.
Wonder how this will play out with the buff.
Your days end here.
Yeah, only 3 of us got it.
On it.
I'm on it.
Okay, let us see. How about you also just do a rhyme spike just to kill that Iron Walker real fast.
Wait, I did that?
Consider it done.
Excellent. Then how about you also do a rhyme spike against this. And I guess we
At once.
throw some fire.
I'll take care of it.
So he can heal for 78 now. So that's good. Well, actually that's a critical hit. I'm not sure why it says a critical hit. I mean, I get it. The spell is a crit, but maybe you should call it a critical heal, you know? I don't know. Okay. So far, so good. How about you use this concussive attack?
I got it.
So also dazed and bleeding now. Ashes Aegis removes random hostile effect plus 10% health. Does seem like a damn good ability, to be fair. If you can get that. You pick the disfavored and you get that, that's really, really cool.
I got it.
Cool. Better. A lot better, in fact. So let's release these. Yeah, just take the boots. So now I think we can actually do this fight, which has seemingly got 5 enemies. Looking on the map. So I wonder if we just well, they spotted us now, so
More tallies to the body count.
I'm on it.
okay, so let us might him up. We just used our iron spike, so that's going to be over real soon. Yeah, right about now. How about we add our buff for more dodging and parrying on him, even though he's just laying on the ground. Considering he's got the aggro of everyone, we're also going to put this erase the record heal, or well, pre-heal on him. Okay, so now we shock him. We shock the Iron Walker. And I guess she will also freeze him.
Flawless.
Thinking maybe I should heal him already. Misses are painful. These guys are real tanky, especially with this Aegis ability. Should really see if there is some sort of ability we can get which like removes a buff from an enemy. Because that would be really useful right about now. Okay, so let's focus on, well, both these, I guess. How about we do this quicken healing ability?
I got it.
Because we have 2 people that we need to heal and we don't have... She dead? Dead. Ooh wee. Again, everybody's just hitting for like 40 and 60 and...
Got dark all of a sudden.
Yeah, it did get dark. Enemies definitely feel like they had a level up.
Right.
Seems like our magic abilities, which we were powering us through before, not as good anymore. Again, that amount of hits. And and we're marked too, which means bonus damage against him. Wonder if like we need better gear with more armor, or I'm just not sure what needs to happen. Well, at least we were able to heal him up.
Consider it done.
Let us see. But we use
Will
this
do.
again. Good.
Right.
Well, at least we make it through the encounter, right?
Right.
Not so easy. Iron Walker Gauntlets. Heavy armor. Yeah, so these are better. Ah, I didn't quite realize that only he could equip them. I see. Then the question is, do we want to actually give her heavy armor? She has some talents while only wearing light armor. So I think she's supposed to be like a dual wield parry dodge character. Yeah, she doesn't seem to have any sort of bonuses for heavy armor. So I think what we just really need for him is to upgrade his armor. And she just really needs, well, for him we need to upgrade it apparently at the Spire when we get this, what did it say? The Spire Forge. Didn't we Well, I guess it didn't buy that, no. So we got the merchant and we got the library, so we need the forge. Okay, so that's that, I guess. For him also, I'm thinking just like strength is very good for him. But I'm just wondering, like, does he need some finesse to hit better? Or is it just he needs more weapon skill to hit more? I think he just needs more strength. And I think she just really badly needs some health. If she can't have armor, then she'll just have more health, right? Let's see. Wondering how this ability works out, because I mean, you're just swapping space and doing a regular normal attack. And she'll do, when she dodges, she will do an attack. So a riposte seems pretty useful. Yeah, I think that's probably a good passive to have on her. So we can just increase his melee damage. Or a 30% chance to attack foes when engaged. I think the overall damage in generals is still worth more. I think. I hope. A lot of gems. Alchemy supplies. Just, I like how some of these are like the scrolls. It's just like, and hide. Like your generic spire required item. With a very generic name.
What have we here?
Yeah, what do we have here? A healing potion, 2 waking deaths, 2 greater potions. That's pretty good, actually.
Can't do that.
So what if we just camp here? Sure, there's one sitting right there, so... not a problem. Let's get these. Free the settlers. Done. So I think we can just return back to Lethian's Crossing at this point. Because now we have a couple of quests that we need to, or can turn in. I'm just wondering if that will have like a follow-up before we go to Twin Rivers. That's why I want to do that. I don't think we had an update on Gino yet, did we? No, that's just in Twin Rivers, yes. So it's a Tear Smasher. The Callion. Yeah, Callion was just up here? No, he was up here. And then the forge-bound shipment. Is he still gonna stand outside? He is. Thank you, Fatebinder, for helping me and my sister. I guess I didn't realize how unhappy she was. I was so focused on myself that I didn't see she was suffering because of it. She left Lethian's Crossing to pursue her dreams of exploring the Tiers. I truly hope she finds her dreams out there. If you see her, please keep an eye on her. The Tiers can be dangerous. As promised, here is what I owe you. Well, I guess let's use our subterfuge to get a little bit of a better reward. I'm not sure I understand option 1, to keep your rings. You will need them more than I do if she decides to run off again. Because he literally just told us that she left Lethian's Crossing. So I'm not sure why you would do that. Or what. The entire option just doesn't make any sense. Because he literally told us that she's away. So I don't know, I'm just going to use a subterfuge. You're right, I should have offered more. Okay. Well, we all got some skills out of that, so that was good. Let's go to Tier Smasher. Did we actually go to the... we know that he was... You know, we found his letters, essentially. Guess that doesn't matter. Tier Smasher. You did well to defeat those Brotherhood idiots who raided the crossing. If we had more conscripts like you, maybe a few things would actually get done. Well, the disfavored are dead, and the villagers are safe. I will send word that more of Ash's men have been lost, and the size of the horde grows even larger. May you always feel your enemies break beneath your feet. So, we just did that and it was his own reward. Okay. He seems to be waving at us. Fatebinder! Thea cries out to you. I need your help, it's terrible. Her voice breaks and she wipes her hand across her eyes. My wife is dead. She puts her face in her hand and sobs. Poor Phaedra. She pulls her hand away, a fierce passion in her eyes. She was slain by the Bronze Brotherhood. This cannot be allowed to stand. I demand a Fatebinder's justice. You didn't seem very happy to have her around yesterday. You presume to know my feelings? Just because I don't fawn over her, I don't love her? Because I don't smile and swoon when she speaks, I am unhappy? How dare you? Also, like, I can find her killer. Like, how do you know precisely whom? The necklace. She was wearing the necklace I gave her when he... It was a younger man, Sandro. He struck her dead and took the necklace. I was paralyzed, I froze, and I just watched. Bearing false witness can lead to even more murder. Are you sure it was Sandro and not some other Brotherhood mercenary? Oh, I'm sure. I would recognize Sandro anywhere. The angry tone in her voice rises. He and Phaedra were friends once. They had a falling out years ago over some trivial matter. He must still be angry about it. I think he took the necklace as a token. You know how these mercenary thugs are. I'll be back after I find Sandro. Kill Sandro, and please, bring back the necklace. The thought of those thugs pawning it... She rests her head in her hands and sobs. You can't let him get away with this. The Brotherhood's hideout is somewhere in Twin Rivers. Kill him and give me some peace. Okay. What did you have? Well, an excellent javelin, apparently. 13 to 19 pierce. Well, that's quite some. Yeah, look at the range attack difference. It's huge. Still not sure it's worth it for us, though. Considering we're not supposed to be using it. Studded iron gorget. Plus 10 parry. Not bad. I guess if there's any items which give plus dodge, we should really give it to Verse. Now she has a counter attack for it.
Can't do that.
Yeah, you can. I just need to not misclick. You've returned. I have. I found the missing weapon shipment for you. We've gained favor with the Forge Bound, and we have received Slugfist Gauntlets, okay? Thank you for finding our missing weapons, Eterna. A sigh of relief escapes her. We almost had to leave the forge idle for the day on account of material shortage. And we have no desire to find out what happens if we don't meet our quota. Add losing those weapons on top of it, and all who knows will be subjected to, or what will be subjected to. We have to get everything repaired and back in the right hands. She attempts a good-natured laugh, but it falls flat. Okay, well, that seems good. Let's see what those gauntlets are. They are weighted. Heavy armor. On crits. These gauntlets pack a heavy punch. Spikes along the forearm are often responsible for particularly grievous injuries. I wonder if this is like an item for kills in shadow? If that character can actually use them? I think for us there's only one option really, we just need more spell damage. More shield effectiveness might actually be a good thing to pick up. Okay. +4 armor. Not too bad, I guess. Adds the spell breach deflection to thrust attacks. So maybe it's good to actually have that and just use it every once in a while. Considering it gives us a 20-second, well, it debuffs one enemy that we target, and then it has +15 magic skills, which should be fairly substantious or substantial. More faster in combat. I don't know. I just really don't know where to go, because most of this is really just all about staves. I'm just wondering if there's like a good, yeah, just a good passive ability to heal and keep us alive. has a marking effect. Attacks against the marked target gain bonus accuracy. It lasts until the enemy dies, so that's actually not bad. So if you have that, then you can also add defensive bonus to you and nearby party members when the thrust ability is used. That actually also seems pretty good. Yeah, I think we just go all in leadership because it seems very useful. And a killing rush, plus 5% health. Not that useful, but still a little by little, maybe. Yeah, for now let's get second wind. That seems useful. Okay, any more side quests? Everything is in Twin Rivers, isn't it? Yep, certainly is. Oh, we had a missive, which I just remembered. Yeah, I don't know precisely why, but this is like the longest loading screen so far. This town. Let's see. My dear Eterna, and they say respect for one's elders is a dying art form. I thank you kindly for the offering, as I have accounts to settle and grandchildren to spoil, and keeping a low profile isn't very profitable. I have enclosed something for you in return. I do so hate to let parchment collect dust, and I figure a younger mind could make use of some of the scrolls haunting my cabinets. I'm now the oldest of the court's children, and I've seen much in my time. It's probably for the best everyone assumes I'm old, harmless, and worth shuffling away in the archives. If I were scrutinized too closely, I'm sure Tunon would find I've grown lax in my spoiled old age. Part of why I am here, or why I am where I am, is that I've kept my head down. You appear to be doing the opposite. In some regards, this is beyond your control. You were chosen for the honor of proclaiming Kairos' edict twice. To decline would have meant death, but to accept means to be placed on the stage for all to see. Kairos' most powerful weapon is not the edict. It's her ability to hand us rope that we willingly use to hang ourselves. Never forget this. There are numerous questions nestled in your request. What is it you wish to know more, or to know most? Focus your inquiry and I will answer as best as I can. Ask about the spires. Dear Myothis, it's a lot of reading. Getting a dry mouth all the time. It's only with this game. It seems wise to know one's own domain, and seeing as I'm now the master of the Mountain Spire, two in fact, I ought to learn all that I can. If you would share with me what you know of the spires, I would be in your debt. I'll start with that I know and have observed so far. The Mountain Spires seem to awaken at about the same instant that Kairos' Edict of Execution was put to rest. There was a burst of arcane energy that drowned out my senses, and I awoke at the summit of the spire, in what seemed to be just a few heartbeats of time. Atop the spire is an old sculpture of sorts, and it seems to be the core of the spire's mystic energy. I've been seeing visions and receiving sensations from the sculpture. It seems odd to describe it as talking to me, but that does seem the closest analogy. Am I the first to report such things? There are other spires elsewhere in the world, correct? We know this. We've literally attuned to a second one. It's very weird that it's presenting you this dialogue, or this option of the dialogue, where it's so out of order. Like, our character would know more at this point, that yes, there are more. We know there are more. But okay, let's send it anyway. It's just a little strange, no? I think it's strange anyway. No way to run out on this side? No. How about we quickly go to the first spire? Because it showed that there was a new item, so I'm just curious. I like this piece of artwork. Somehow it looks really, like, intriguing and, like, I don't know. I like it. It's very striking. I keep always looking at these shields up here, every single time. Kenrick, hi. Forgebound favor 3. Pity that I need to make weapons, never get to see, yeah. Anything? Bronze greatsword. It's a lot of two-handed weapons that we're getting. The bloodstains add character. Come now, take a gander. Well, see what you have. Some more heavy armor. I'm just wondering, is there any, like, negative to having heavy armor? Other than the recoveries in general longer. Because this heavy armor has 0.7 recovery. And this Scarlet Fury has 0.5. So it doesn't seem that there is too big of a problem wearing heavy armor then. Maybe they end up giving different stats to different kinds of armor. Like this one seems to, for example, have fire armor, which seems good. And this doesn't. So maybe that's how it's balanced? Yeah, these are pretty good gloves. More deflection. Which, I don't know, considering our dodge or anything is not too much, but still. If you're gonna get hit and there's a 6% additional chance to, you know, go from a hit to a graze or a graze to a miss. Seems pretty powerful, right? But none of this is too... Yeah, this is a specific... This is how I learned that there's a character called Kills in Shadow before we met her. Okay, no real reason to look at this other than a scythe is cool. Just wondering, like... Yeah, the stats are not that great. 14, 17 slash. Great Spear is two-handed. A lot of pierce though. I'm just wondering if at some point we should just not have a shield, but we're so squishy. But we have all of these, like... Let me see. What does this really give? 16 parry and dodge and some endurance. And endurance. Let me find where endurance is. It's actually pretty cool to see like all of the effects. Okay, so 0 endurance. So what is endurance? So 42. Base value of 30. So most of it is coming from the shield. Yeah, shield modifier plus 8. Doesn't seem like it's that good. I don't know, maybe at some point we should try, but I still like the idea of having a spear that we could throw from range if we're out of spells. I don't know, I still like the idea for now. Okay. Let me see if we can talk to Kills in Shadow, for example. The beast woman squats on her haunches, back bowed and face tilted forward as she meticulously grooms between the long calloused fingers of one paw. A mauve tongue laves blood from her glistening claws. She glances up, a jerky, startled movement at your approach. But there's no fear in her, only reaction, instinct, only a readiness to strike.
Fatebinder wants beast woman?
Fatebinder wants you to bathe. Let's play a game. I guess this sounds like how to... I don't know, like change the AI?
Best way is with bloodshed, yep. Fatebinder has many allies. More enemies. Which do Fatebinder and Kills in Shadow hunt today?
The magical guilds and the tears?
Kills in Shadow does not understand human behavior towards mystics. Tribes should value, protect mystics, not treat like outcasts, caitiffs forced into separate packs. Humans fear and snivel, snap at own mystics, until mystics become strong alphas like Archons. Then humans grovel and beg favor. Follow Archons in droves. Maybe Fatebinder understands ways of human mystics better. Maybe not. Ask and discover. Earthshakers draw power from Earthblood like Stonestalker mystics, like Beast Women. Arcane's pack, yep, are strong, are disfavored, but are tearsmen. Smell more of Stonelands, more of Earthblood than disfavored, yep. Beneath dry soil, wet Earthblood beats, thrums. Fatebinder's ears cannot hear surging blood song.
I'm certain this Earthblood is more an arcane or abstract notion, not actual blood in the soil. Her senses are attuned to something we're not seeing.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Past dealings with Earthshakers?
If by dealings, Fatebinder means hunts and killings, then yep. Earthshakers crushed Shard-Nip tribe in South Stonelands. So Kills in Shadow slaughtered pack of Earthshakers in north near Howling Rock.
Do you share arcane teachings? Insufficient reputation, okay.
Lead conversation. Beast Woman will follow.
Other things, please.
Lead conversation. Beast. What now does Fatebinder wish to yip about?
Never mind. Okay, well, I think that I want to call this here. maybe I want to read up briefly on like, or see if I can get her in the party just to see her abilities, because it would be kind of nice to know what her abilities are. Oh, let's just do it now actually.
Fate Binder wants?
Yes, how
Goodbye
about...
to you too.
Seems they all level somewhat. Well, actually, how about we get... Ebb was not recruitable, right?
Second
No, it
spire
was.
has awoken to your presence. This is fascinating, and I admit enviable. If it turns out your connection to the spires invites death and woe, my jealousy might wane a bit. I've been mulling over that structure we found atop Vendrian's well. Would you be opposed to me studying the sculpture in closer detail? I'd perhaps work a spell or two near the structure. Simple cantrips of gravelight by which to read and inspect, but I will not poke or shove the thing in any way physical or mystical.
Okay. So Ed might actually be a good character to have as well. Not just Lantry. So simple cantrips by Gravelight. Gravelight is the magical term for the light of the moon Terrace's grave. Specifically when harnessed and manipulated for nefarious purposes. While the moon's rays are normally incapable of causing so much as a mild sunburn, the Tidecasters have long studied magic that can concentrate these rays into bolts and beams of searing doom. The Tidecasters have spent centuries trying to mimic and control the moon's tidal pull on the oceans, and will often mention that diverting moonlight is the easy stuff compared to pulling and pushing the tides. But modern times have forced the School of Tides to concentrate on the more martial applications of this magic. Don't need to ask my permission, just do.
Thank you. Next time we have a good moonlit night, I best settle in and see what sort of magic perturbations I can sense from the sculpture. What is it you need?
Grab your things.
Of course. It's about time to...
I will return to our holdfast at once.
That's where we are. So I assume they both have 6 points to spend, 5 points to spend. That makes sense. Before we look at talents, just see how equipment works for her in particular. Just accessories. But can equip a weapon. That just looks just wrong, right? It just looks wrong. It looks crazy. So yeah, she can't wear gloves. She can only wear or equip two-handed, and she has a lot of health. Yeah, she has a base of 14. It's a lot. So I think she would just literally be... Well, she's good at unarmed combat, actually. Or one-handed, apparently. Why? It seems to make so much sense to have this character just wield a giant two-handed weapon and just smash things. No? That's kind of what you think when you see this character, right? But apparently I'm wrong. So some Tidecaster basic stuff and a staff. 51 magic staff, lore, yeah. I mean, it's... So she has to control Gravelight, control lightning, and tide casting. Okay. Well, let's see what this looks like. So she has Ravager, Leaping Death. From stealth, pounce on a nearby enemy, damaging all enemies in the area as well as knocking them prone. But here it doesn't say anything that it can only be used in stealth, so that's good. Roar targets in a cone, frightening them. If used from stealth, they will be terrified, okay? Well, low on health, attacks twice with her normal weapon attacks. Like 2 times the basic attacks while health below 70%. Well, that seems actually pretty good. So you can totally just make her a brawler, not use any weapons. Wonder if that's possibly like one of these things which is like good, because the attacks are like really fast or something, but then still like dealing with armor. So she apparently is pretty good with surprisingly stealth. Didn't quite realize that. I mean, I guess she is called Kills in Shadow, so I guess in a way there was an indication. 100% melee reach. Interesting. So Titan. Strike forcibly with a weapon. Okay, I see. So 1 or 2-handed, yep. 1.2 times normal weapon damage. Well, that's cool. Taste of Blood. Normal attack plus bleeding effect, and you heal. That seems really cool. It's a good way to like open the, you know, if you can sneak up to something. Kills in Shadow uses 2-handed weapons as 1-handed. I see. That's a good descriptor. Attacks all enemies in a cone with a weapon, pushing them back a fair distance. And they're hobbled, aka slowed. Seems like a very good melee crowd controller. Permanent health bonus and reduction to all incoming crush damage. Plus 15% health seems good, considering she has a very good high base amount anyway. And a good passive. Recovery reduced for every % missing health, and so much, or half of the percentage of missing health, more bonus damage. I mean, that's pretty good. Well has wounds, so whenever not at 100%, plus 15% damage. Seems powerful. So she can also just get, yeah, crush, frost, and shock reduction on damage. Seems very powerful. Maybe it's one of these, like, yeah, she won't necessarily, you know, like tank as much as Barrick does, but will for sure beat a bunch up and kill quick. So there's that. So let's see. Powerful jet of water that strikes a nearby target, knocking them back. Afflictions of reductions to reduced seems pretty good. Globe of water to surround enemy's head, leaving them to slowly drown. Ah, yes. I saw that ability used against us. Drowning for 30 seconds. So it's like a damage over time. And prevent spellcasting. The prevent spellcasting part is actually pretty worthwhile. Bonus to all frost damage. Okay. To all shock and frost damage. Okay. They get big AoEs. So this is what, a cone? 100-degree cone. Pretty sizable. Pretty sizable. Decent damage too, actually. And it gets pushed and immobilized. Seems good. Removes a random hostile effect. Okay. Yeah, so she also has this whole magic staff business. I don't know, maybe I should try a magic staff again, but not sure. So let's check Grave Lights. So Arcane Missile, it's arcane damage. Just straight up 12 damage. So she can get bonus, passive bonus when only wearing light armor. Which eventually gets up to +6, which is not bad, I guess. Plus 30%, yeah, spell damage. I think Laundries was specific to like 2 or 3 different schools, wasn't it? Hers is like for everything. But it's a passive also. It's a passive and just for her, instead of being an ability. So she has a Frighten Pulse against any Bane. That might be more important later. And our allies gain more skill experience with lore, spells, and magic staves. Well, I guess there is some overlap. Plus 10 lore and 2 spell slots. Not bad. Dispense the target in mid-air. They can only be hit by ranged attacks who cannot attack, move, be stunned, or knocked down. Interesting. Just like really take them out. That's a bonus to control Gravelight skill and Gravelight damage at night. So. I don't know. Seems kind of cool in some ways, but...
So, your latest acquisition has me thinking about the spires some more. By all accounts, they go as far back as the old walls. Over the centuries, the nobles of the tiers have claimed the spires, but they've only ever battled over the land at the ground level of the monuments. I've never seen the glyphs of a spire light up in all my years. Not until you show up. If this were an isolated incident, I'd be confused. But it seems the spires, plural, are somehow connected to you. What's your secret?
It's a surprise to me as well. A long sigh escapes Lantry and he sticks his quill in his mouth, chewing on the tip. His head tilts from one side to the other, muttering inchoate half-words. Out with it.
If I had the words for it, I'd share. I'm just not sure what to make of it. I'm realizing how much more there is to learn. I am nothing if not a semi-reliable font of knowledge. What did you want to discuss?
Well, tell me about the School of Ink and Quill.
You mean what's left of them? What would you like to know?
What's the core philosophy?
The sages are archivists, academicians, and arcanists. Our mission is to preserve the knowledge of today for the good of tomorrow. Though we are known for our magic, few realize that most sages concern themselves with scribal work. Only a select few have the talent or focus to work the sigils. Each sage benefited from the scrolls of learning that came before him. And so, each sage must repay this boon by gathering, authoring, or translating new texts to the stacks. But all that's a bit generous. It's no secret that the sages were far more happy to add knowledge than to share it.
I think that's enough for now. So, what I'm thinking...
At least for the moment, the Scarlet Chorus could be considered an ally. Let us hope the Archon of Secrets continues to find you entertaining enough to remain friends. The disfavored, on the other hand, will be a certain threat. The Civil War has removed Ash's pretense to play well with others. So, I must ask, are you planning on taking sides in the Civil War? Or do you have other plans?
For so long as it suits my purposes, I will work with the Scarlet Chorus.
While Graven Ash knows more about war, I contend the Voices of Nerat knows more about victory. The Scarlet Chorus has grown with each passing year.
In many ways, the end of the conquest is largely an abstraction. Eventually the tears will be those who have joined the chorus and the corpses of those who refused. Best to be on the living side of that future.
Your fatalism does you credit, Scholar. Doesn't it feel good to be on the winning side for a change?
Whatever you do next, consider that many eyes will be upon you, for you have both delivered and taken away the Overlord's edicts, and few will know how to make sense of the latter. You are an exception the Archons cannot afford to ignore. They will likely aim to control or destroy you.
Have you heard of edicts being broken before?
Most of Kairos' edicts were either worded to end in a manner of the Overlord's choosing, or the edicts have simply continued in perpetuity. That's not to say there haven't been stories of broken edicts. They're just uncommon. The oldest is, I think, Golbraith and the Edict of Sorrows, and that tale dates back to around the year 110. Aside from you, the most recent was the Edict of Twisting Grasses, back in 380. In all these stories, Kairos' edict very clearly gives its victim a single way to escape, and someone manages it. What's never happened is the pure abatement of an edict, like using a spell of warding or cancellation.
Okay, noted. Let's get going. Now, well, I thought that it would actually, go to the other menu.
One moment, my friend. Just let me finish this thought.
Ending his note with a flourish, Laundry licks the tip of the quill, pausing to taste it a second and third time, before tucking the pen in a holster on his sleeve. Yes, let's add you to the party.
I will,
You'll sober up on the road for sure.
I'll tack homeward. See you there.
So what I'm thinking
Fatebinder.
is to, instead of Barrack, see how Kills in Shadow actually goes. I'm not sure how that will work, because I think Barrack is actually very good. I'm just thinking that if, Kills in Shadow might just be very good because she will be able to deal a lot of damage real quick with the big two-hander, which to her is a one-hander. Considering we also found a couple of really good ones, I'm not sure. It's just something I'm wondering. Maybe in between sets I'll just see if I can find a random encounter somewhere. If I travel back or something, that would be great. But I don't know. I'll see if I can do that. Just to see how it goes, how it feels. That would be nice. But yeah, I'll try, and maybe I'll just start with Barrack anyway. Maybe I change my mind the next time I start recording. So next time we go to Twin Rivers, and we deal with whatever disfavored Bronze Brotherhood, massive camp, whoever is, whoever else is in the mix. But it seems like it's going to be very combat focused, so maybe I'll also stock up meanwhile on some additional potions, the bigger ones, the greater potions, because we'll likely need them, I'm imagining. Alright, for now, hope you guys enjoyed that, and see you guys next time. See you, dudes.